Hello everyone, it's Meme Team here. Sorry if my voice sounds a little off. I've been suffering from a cold recently. I know you guys don't care, but I'm just saying this now because my voice might change halfway through. I just wanted to get some early recording in so I could, start editing this video. Like, I don't want to be, not doing anything for, 4 days because I'm sick. But, yeah. So we're doing another list video. These are fun. I actually really enjoy making list videos. This one was, a little harder to make because I was a little less decisive on stuff. Like, JoJo is my main area. I knew exactly where people went. We're ranking all the Left 4 Dead campaigns in this video. There's 14 of them. And there's quite a lot where I just kind of moved up and down and swapped places with each other. The only thing that were locked in stone were my top 3. So it's an interesting list. Remember though, this is biased. It's my opinion. I know my opinion on Left 4 Dead, even with my own friends, isn't, on the campaigns, isn't the hottest. I just don't like some maps that people adore. It's just how I am. My Left 4 Dead pickings are not weird, but I just really don't enjoy some events and some maps. But I want to say this before we start. All the maps look really cool. They usually have a good atmosphere. It's just, mostly it's the design here that I'm ranking it off of, the level design. Because all the maps are really cool, but the level design is what usually makes or breaks the chapter for me. The campaign, I guess. So without further ado, we're going to begin the list. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy. Maybe leave your top 14 in the comments below, although I know it's hard to rank off the top of your head. But yeah, well, let's begin. Coming in at number 14 and last place, it's going to be a very unpopular opinion, but this is truly how I feel. I think The Last Stand, the newest update, the newest campaign, while it's really cool looking, it's definitely my least favorite. I probably won't ever play it again. Now, this isn't a knock on any of the developers and people who enjoy this map. I know a lot of streamers and YouTubers actually really love this map, but from what I've got from it, it was fun. Me and my friend tried to beat it, and that's we came in open-minded. But the second we were halfway through the first chapter or the 2 chapters, we weren't really enjoying our time. I find typically you'll see this really quick. The campaigns with fewer chapters just extend those chapters to make them really long, and then it makes me not like the campaign as much because there's just less checkpoints, right? You're just it's just a really long mission. Not to mention chapter 1 of The Last Stand. There's a part where you have to turn on a generator and then re-turn on 6 generators and then hit the crane to drop a crate, which spawns another horde. So there's 10 minutes of horde fighting, and then there's typically a tank right after that. It's just an awful first chapter. I love the atmosphere though. They have a plane crashing a lot. That's all really cool. But I don't like the level design of this one. The second chapter is a lot better, but the fact that it can have scavenge in it, it's defend then scavenge, I just don't like scavenge. So that automatically hurts the last chapter. So I would probably give Last Stand a 5 out of 10, 4.5, 5 out of 10. A lot of the points is from the second chapter. It would get higher if it didn't even have scavenge in there. But yeah, it's just last place. It's I don't hate this map, but there's just better maps. I'd rather play something else. I know this can be a very unpopular opinion, but that's my number 14, The Last Stand. Coming in at second last place, number 13, is Crash Course. Well, Crash Course for me is definitely my least favorite Left 4 Dead 1 map. It suffers from the same fate as The Last Stand, which is basically, it's 2 chapters. I believe it's 2 chapters. And they're just really, really long. The first chapter is not so much the issue, although it's not as good either. I could easily swap these 2. First chapter is easy to get lost in, and it's just a large blank area of empty streets and walking around, and it's a lot of nothing. There's at the end of the first chapter is an area where you shoot a gun to blow up a barricade, so you can go through to the safe room. I like that part of it. It's a really long chapter though. And then the second chapter is just a lot of walking, and then you finally reach the end area, but then you gotta hold out and you gotta restart a generator when it goes out at the end. I hate when they do that, when there's a generator and it goes out and you have to go back out to fix it. They do that in the final one, but that defense is not right out of the safe room. You have to walk to get there, and then you gotta defend. It's just such a brutal chapter campaign. I've only played it 3 times, so my opinion on it isn't that educated, but because we've only played it 3 times, no one picks it. I think that says a lot about it. No one's usually a big fan of it. One of my friends does really like it, But at the end of the day, Crash Course is just not that good, and I'd rather have it. I'd rather not play it at the end of the day. In number 12, we have The Passing. This is a map that I thought would be higher, honestly, because I played it a lot more than maps higher than it. But yeah, at the end of the day, the level design, not my favorite thing. The final level, you know, it's already like a scavenge generator thing. That automatically lowers it for me. And the only reason why it's not higher than its counterpart is because I feel like its counterpart just did it better. It was just a story map in its counterpart, the Sacrifice. I don't really want to talk about the Sacrifice yet. The Sacrifice was just better than it. The Passing is very much just like haha, look, Left 4 Dead 1 characters, they were paying a little homage to them. It feels like it's more just a gimmick than a really good chapter. There's some good stuff, like there's the witch at the wedding and all that, and I think it's in chapter 2. There's some really good stuff. I know there's a lot of areas where you're like underground, and that's not my favorite. When I think of The Passing, I just think cool character interactions, Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 2 characters, and then it's just kind of okay. Like, there's nothing bad about these chapters. There's nothing great about them either. I just kind of go through it whenever I play it, and my friends never want to play it either, so it is played more than Crash Course and The Last Stand, we'll say that. But it's still hardly touched. Gameplay wise, it just doesn't do it for me. It's coming in at number 12. Coming in at number 11 is a map. We're getting to the point where it's like it's in like very gray area for me. I really like Coldstream, but at the same time, I don't like Coldstream. The other maps, you know, like I'll flat out say like, hey, I don't really want to play these, you know, like they're not bad, but I just don't want to play them. This map, sometimes I get the feeling I want to play it, but sometimes I just don't want to be near this map. My problem with this map is, once again, it's not developer made. It was like a fan-made map that they made official DLC, so it doesn't have any new lines. It doesn't feel balanced. There's a lot of horde events. I feel like they really overdo that, but the environment's amazing. It's one of the best environments, which is why I want to play it. But at the same time, it's like there's something really bad about the gameplay until like the final chapter. I don't like the final run down the stream. There's like a tank that gets in your way. It's really long horde. Like I had sessions with my friends where we just kept failing and failing. It's a brutal final run. It's really long. I think the Parish just does the final run better. I don't like runs and unlimited zombies either way. And I feel like this is a pretty bad version of it. Like the final run's pretty brutal. But going up to that before the final run, it's not bad. I think it's just okay all the way up. The atmosphere is really good. Too many horde events. Kind of just gray for me. Number 11, that's a good sign though. Number 11 is just kind of gray. Like we're already out of the I don't like section. Still more on the I don't like side, but you know, Coldstream, it's there for me. Very unpopular opinion, I know, people love it, but Coldstream just comes in at number 11. Coming at number 10 is The Sacrifice. I'm not going to spend too long on this one, because it's basically just The Passing in my eyes. You know, the maps are different leading up. The reason I actually play this one a lot less than The Passing. I think the level design is just I'd rather play The Passing, as we'll just say that. The only reason why this is higher is because it is the best story map for Left 4 Dead, the franchise. The fact that this was one of the first chapters where they said, hey, there's a story going on here, the games truly connect the campaigns, and they chose to like actually say, no, like, whoever character you choose doesn't die, Bill dies. You know, like, this is what happens. I love the fact that they made lore with that. Like, that's instantly what made, like, the series more than just, like, random campaigns. You know, there's something more going on there. There's an actual story. I love how The Sacrifice adds that in, saying, hey, like, there's something officially happened here. Bill died. I like that. Rather than that, I'd rather not play The Sacrifice. Not my favorite finale generators. It's up this high because it's the best story. That is it for me. I will really play The Sacrifice. That's it. Number 10. Coming in at number 9 is a classic Left 4 Dead 1 map, Death Toll. This one's really weird for me because I know a lot of people love Death Toll. It's considered like a classic map, and I'm the most nostalgia for this map, even more than No Mercy when I was younger. But because I remember a lot, like sitting on the rooftop in like chapter 2 or 3, whatever it is, and like shooting out from the building, and like the guy ringing the bell. There's a lot of like memorable stuff from this campaign. But as the years went on, I don't like the campaign as much anymore. The more I play the campaign, the less I like it. Obviously it's still number 9, so like it's still in a somewhat decent spot, but I find it more and more it's been falling down a bit. No one really picks it, and when we do pick it, we don't really have an amazing time. It's just like, it's good. I remember when I was younger though, I loved this campaign. I think my old age has just turned me against it, so I won't be mad if someone has this at number 1. I used to love this map. It used to be my top 3. It just isn't anymore. I don't know what to describe. The levels are fine. There's a run to the safe house event, which I don't like, but the levels are fine. I just don't like it the more I play it. It's just kind of bland for me. I don't know. Definitely me just being old and senile. But yeah, Death Toll's fallen quite a bit from its glory days for me, so it's number 9. Number 8 is definitely one I had to think about. Dead Center. I used to always think, hey, this is like an S tier map. It's really good, right? But like, I never had to actually sit down and think, hey, how much do I like Dead Center? Until my friend basically just went, yeah, like I don't like it. It's the first map, but I don't think it's that good. And when he said that, I instantly went, yeah, it's actually not that good. Dead Center is probably just enjoyed a bit more because it's the first Left 4 Dead 2 map, but. Yeah, it's kind of just there. Like, when I say it's not that good, I don't mean like I dislike it. Like this, like once we're at Death Toll and above, I like all these maps. But yeah, it's just, I think it's definitely overhyped. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, and like Dead Center, I can't have it over any of the maps I have higher than it. It's fun to play. I have no problem if anyone ever puts Dead Center on. Same with Death Toll. But yeah, the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, the maps are kind of bland. It's kind of narrow. The grabbing the Coca-Cola for the dude's kind of annoying. To scavenge at the end, I always remember I don't like the scavenge at the end. I like the chapters leading up to it. I like the fact that it's a car that you steal. Some cool stuff. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's just like, it's a good map, but it's not incredible. I used to always think higher of it, but when I actually had to sit down and think about it, I heard my friend go, yeah, it's not that good. I just instantly, like, I didn't fight it. I just instantly went, wow, you're kind of right. It's weird for me to play, so I'm just kind of bashing it because I thought it'd be a lot higher. But it's a good map. It's coming at number 8. It does its job. Alright, coming out at number 7 is Blood Harvest. Before I replayed the chapters with my friends recently to get a feel of what I truly felt about the campaigns, I would say Blood Harvest would be lower. I know people love it, and honestly, on my replays through, I remember not liking Blood Harvest at all. But my replays through it, Blood Harvest is a really good map. It's just a fun, safe pick. There's nothing wrong with it. Actually, there's not many areas I just dislike about the map at all. There's like the cornfield in the final chapter, which is like a horde event whenever you walk through it. You have to jump on the haystacks to be like at a good advantage. That's it. Like the final defense is perfectly fine. I love just the defense chapter for the finale. It's a nice house you can camp on. You can kind of cheat the system a little bit on the side of it. But yeah, I used to always think, oh, it's just a forest. It's annoying. It's hard to see. But whenever we played it, I'm like, yeah, this is a good chapter. Like, this is good shit. Every time I replay it, I have no problem if people put on Blood Harvest. I'm still at the point where, like, I wouldn't put it on myself. Like, unless, like, I played all the other maps already and I kind of want to do something else. But yeah, I have people who want to play Blood Harvest, and I'll be like, yeah, let's play Blood Harvest, you know? Like, I'm fine with that. It's a great chapter. Great atmosphere. I used to just think it was bland before, but the level design is perfectly good. It may be a little bland still. Yeah, it's just a forest. But the level design's amazing, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. It's coming in at number 7, Blood Harvest. So, my number 6, don't attack me, please. I know it doesn't really make much sense, but for some reason, Swamp Fever, which is just a swamp, I really enjoy. I have no idea why. Like, the atmosphere seems pretty bland. Like, oh, it's just like Blood Harvest. And you always have to walk through water that slows you down. Yeah, but I enjoy it. I don't know why. This is a really weird one, and I don't blame anyone for calling me dumb or something because I have this one up high. I don't understand why I have this one so high. I play it a lot. I just love the atmosphere there. There's like a charger hung up. It looks like it was hung up by the townspeople before they got infected in chapter 1, I believe. And then there's like a few horde events, which I don't even mind the horde events in this one because it feels like you're put in a position like when the plank's lowering on the one of them. I think it's chapter 3 or 4. You're put in a position where like you have a head start on the horde, and that usually isn't the case. Usually coming from where you have to go, but no, they come from behind you or from the side, and it's just well made. The final chapter is really hard. It has like 2 tanks at one point, 3 tanks in total, but they give you enough area and space where there's a lot of easy defense areas, and it feels fair. Although there's 2 tanks, it feels fair. It's got a big finale feeling. It definitely feels like the final map because how much enemies they throw at you at the final chapter, like the final campaign. But it's just really fun. You got Virgil there. Virgil always ups the maps. It's just a good time all around, and I don't blame anyone for disagreeing with me. But Swamp Fever, I have nothing against it. I love playing Swamp Fever. I put it on all the time. It's coming in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is not a very unpopular one to have really high up in your rankings. It's Dark Carnival. Definitely a really cool atmosphere. This is one of the maps for Left 4 Dead 2 really shows that, like, hey, we can be a good sequel to Left 4 Dead 1. I feel like they did a really good job here. I have some friends that don't really like Dark Carnival because I think it was just overplayed for them. This is a solid map. There's a lot of run events, which I usually despise, but like I feel like it nails the atmosphere and level design all in one. Like Dark Carnival, I can play every session I play Left 4 Dead. I'll go on, someone will pick Dark Carnival, and we'll play it. Like people always go like I have people that go like, oh, I don't like Dark Carnival. It's overhyped. Yeah, but when you think about it, how much do you play Dark Carnival? You play it like every fucking time you go on. Dark Carnival is just always picked. People can hate on all you want, but it's like the safe map because you're gonna enjoy yourself. You're gonna have a good time. Well, Swamp Fever and all that you could have some rough times with that. Dark Carnival's pretty easy on you, and you can get through it. It's just a fun atmosphere. It has one of the best finale events at the stage. I think it's my second favorite finale event, which stage is just cool. It plays music, you can put mods on, so it plays different music. Sitting on the stage and fighting the tanks and the hordes is all fun. There's mini games you can do, carry a gnome around. Dark Carnival's amazing. It's fun to play. 9 out of 10. Just maybe I don't like the horde events too much. But yeah, people go like, oh, it's overhyped. No, I don't think so. I think it deserves its spot. It's definitely where Left 4 Dead 2 shows, hey, we can hang with the best. It's coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is Dead Air. I remember in Left 4 Dead 1, like I love this campaign. Level design going across rooftops through apartment buildings. It seems like a very safe thing to make, like developer wise, but it feels better than being safe. Like the levels are made magnificently. Like it's fun to walk through. You know where you're going. You don't get lost. It's pretty straightforward. But at the same time, you're going, this is cool. Like it feels like we're crossing the city to get to the airport. The only time I think this chapter does fall down a bit is this campaign. It's chapter 4, like when you have to run to the safe room. But that's it. That's it. The only thing that hurts it. It's still higher than number 5 and all that because I think it's just incredible everywhere else. The final chapter when you load in and a plane crashes right in front of you. And you guys sit there to fuel up a plane to get on. I think it's just a really cool ending. And getting there is really cool too. It's just about planes and flying and the whole city's burning down. Honestly, I don't know what to say about it because it's just really fun to play. But there's nothing special about it. I think it's just really easy to play. It's like very replayable. You don't get bored of it. There's not many things that make you go, oh, I don't like this part of it. Like even the terminal in the chapter 4, like I'm completely okay with it. Like there's a van that you have to push and you have to defend as well, and they can push you away. It can be a little annoying. But I think chapter 4 is the only thing that hurts it. Everything else boosts it up. Every other chapter is fun to play. I always want to play Dead Air, and I actually usually recommend to play Dead Air if people ask what maps we're doing next. Dead Air is an absolute classic. Doesn't make my top 3 though, but it's coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is the complete opposite of number 4, Dead Air. The fact that it was just like very safe and it was just really fun. Hard Rain is a niche. Either you're gonna love Hard Rain or you're not gonna like Hard Rain, because it's like, even number 1 and 2 on my list, Hard Rain is the most unique map there is, and I love it for that. Like, Hard Rain does better than any other map when it comes to standing out. I love the fact that you go to a destination and come back and the map's changed a bit because of the storm going on. Like, you'll get the gas and you come back for Virgil. You go there, when you go for the gas, there's witches everywhere. You can sneak around them, or like my friend Travis just fucking blows all the witches' backs out. Not in that way, but like, there's so many ways to handle it. I love the fact that it's so sneaky. Like, even the 4th chapter, I think it's the 4th chapter, could be the 3rd, but when you're coming back through the mill, you can, I think it's the 3rd chapter, you can just speed run through, and there's like the rain gets really hard, your visibility goes down. There's a lot of cool stuff. The only thing I don't like too much is like the final defense on top of Burger Town, or whatever it is. I think Burger Town's from Modern Warfare 2, but the burger place. I love the fact that your visibility goes down. It's so unique, and I love the fact that, like, in the 4th chapter, you jump on buildings in high places to go around faster, so you don't touch the water. The map design is amazing. It was made for you to traverse it without slowing down in the water. It feels like what Swamp Fever wanted to be. Swamp Fever just has a bunch of water, and you have to suck it up and go through it. But this one, you can get around the water in like every area. I really appreciate that. I love to load up Hard Rain, could speed run it, could run through it, or you can go slow. It's a very niche map, and I think it's one of the best maps in the Left 4 Dead franchise. It's coming at number 3, and it deserves this spot. It just does. Coming at number 2 is what I thought was my favorite map for a long time, but while I thought about it, it's not. But number 2 is the Parish. A lot of people like to say the Left 4 Dead 2 maps aren't as good. I think the Parish and like Hard Rain show that Left 4 Dead 2 in some areas is actually just better than Left 4 Dead 1 maps. The Parish is really good. I love the fact that you're in a city that's getting bombed. It's the final map of the whole story, so maybe that's why I have a bias to it as well, because it's like where the story leaves off. But the whole city's bombing, you're running through it. I love that. There's SWAT members and all that. You go through it. It's a very fun atmosphere. It feels like you gotta get out of the city quick. Sorry, my throat. And then like the final map is where it really shines. The final map is the best finale in my opinion, where you run across the bridge and you have like, there's a achievement to do like in under 2 minutes and 13 seconds or something, 2:43 maybe, I don't remember at all, but like it's just a fun map because you can just, that's the only run event I actually do like. It made me like a run event because there's different obstacles and ways you can take, and you can take ways that you can completely dodge all the infected on the map into the last little bit where you do have to fight your way a little section. You can completely avoid the tank. Like it's well made. I think they put a lot of love and effort into the finale of the Parish. I think the maps leading up to it are just really good, but I think the finale for this campaign really seals it, going past Hard Rain, because it's my favorite level to play. I love playing the bridge level, even if I get knocked off by a charger or a smoker right off the bat or a jockey. I go like, hey, well, at least I got to go 20 feet, you know, at least I got to travel a little bit across the bridge. It's a fun bridge, and that was my fault. It feels like your fault if you lose. You can't blame the game. The Parish truly gets up here because the finale is the best in the series, and the levels before it are just really good. But it doesn't take the number 1 spot. And that goes to... Come on. We all knew when No Mercy was gonna go. No Mercy was gonna be number 1. It feels weird because it feels so fun to play. Like, it feels perfect. And I don't know if everyone has a bias with it because it's the first map everyone's played, because it was the first map released. But it truly feels like the best map. Like, I'm trying to like take away all of my biases. But I just feel like it's the best map. It's so hard to explain. Like, it nails it right. It feels like every map after they were trying to get another No Mercy, and they could never get another No Mercy. Like, I think Hard Rain and the Parish get really close. There's something about it, man. Like, it's the first map, and I really hate putting it first, too, because it feels like a bias. But when I think about it, I want to play No Mercy, like, every session. Like, if I'm having a bad time with other campaigns, I'll go, hey, guys, let's just play No Mercy, you know? Because, you know what? No Mercy, we're going to have fun. It's a guarantee. Because it's a perfect map. The only time it may falter is like, I don't think of a chapter where it falters. I like all the chapters. Wow. No Mercy is just perfect. I know it's a very boring and bland and popular opinion, but I have No Mercy at number 1. I don't think people can really disagree with it being high, though. So yeah, hopefully no one's really upset that No Mercy, like, the original map is this high. I think it deserves it. I think a lot of people will agree. Maybe someone will have, like, the Parish, or maybe Death Toll even higher, you know, something like that. But yeah, No Mercy is just perfect for me. First map I ever played. My cousin got me into it. Not else just more to say. It's just perfect all around, and it's what introduced everyone to the Left 4 Dead franchise, and it deserves its spot. Alright guys, that was it for my list. Sorry, I recorded the whole thing while sick, so my voice is not the best in this one. I apologize. This was a fun list to make. I really enjoy all the Left 4 Dead campaigns, like even The Last Stand. Like, I feel like it's fun to play. It's not like a piece of garbage, you know? It's fun. There's a good map to make. Really basic, having No Mercy number 1, but when I thought about it, it's just that's where it went. I couldn't have the Parish go higher, even though I love the Parish. Hope you guys enjoyed it, though. I don't know what my next list video is going to be. I might do something Halo related. I don't know. My next list video can be anything. I like making list videos, though. This is definitely going to be one of my more prominent playlists. I'm going to make one of these every week or two. They take a bit more effort to make, but I need something to make a list on. So if you guys can have any suggestions for, like, hey, make a list on this, I'll make a list, you know, like something that's like a decent number, so like I'm not like ranking 100 or something. But yeah, I'll be back next time, guys, for my next list, and remember to check out my daily uploads. I'll probably have another list in a week or two, maybe longer. I don't know. I need something to list. Thank you, guys. See you later. Take care.